We're into the last stretch of Breakfast Central, and we've decided to delve into Wellness Wednesday. Now, more than 90% of people who come to yoga do so for flexibility and physical fitness. But yoga also offers self-reflection, self-awareness, and spirituality. I'm really excited to be joined by Sandra Patrick, and she's a yoga teacher, and we'll be discussing her relationship with the practice, its benefits, and some of the reasons why yoga is such an essential part of her life. Good morning, Sandra. How are you today?
Good morning.
Nice to meet you too. So let's talk about you practicing yoga. How did you get into it?
Truthfully, it was vanity at first.
It was?
It was vanity.
Okay. You're trying to get fit.
I wanted to be flexible.
Okay.
That's how it started. I wanted to be flexible. And I saw people was doing yoga, and I was like, this could be good to get more flexibility. And then when I started it, like how most people actually started for vanity, and then you get kind of spiritual, and you get really connected to yourself, and you start seeing it for different things actually.
Well, what's the spiritual element of it? Because I know a lot of people, especially in the part of the world that we're in, a lot of people kind of shy away from it because they're concerned about what it means.
Yes.
So what are the connotations of sort of, being spiritual in a yoga setting?
Okay, so basically what yoga does for you is kind of, it connects you to yourself, it connects you to your body, it connects you to your mind, connects you to your spirit. And people run away from it because at first they hear it's very religious, and it's from Hindu, and it's from India, and most Nigerians are Christians, so they don't want that to affect their religion. And I understand that. It's scary to go into something that you don't understand. But the thing about spirituality is that it doesn't matter the religion you are. You can be spiritual in any part of any religion you choose. If you want to be a Christian, if you want to meditate, you can pray while you're meditating. So whatever you choose, it's not going to take you away from your religion. It's just going to draw you closer to yourself and closer to whatever you already believe in. So for me, what yoga does for me is that, for example, now if I have a 1 hour class, during that 1 hour, I'm focused on my body, I'm focused on myself, I'm seeing the areas of my body I need to work on, I'm seeing where I'm stronger, I'm seeing where I need to be more flexible. So I'm noticing all these different things in my body, and I'm also focusing on my breathing, which helps me remain calm. So all of these things add to what yoga does for you. So it connects you to yourself, makes you feel more spiritual, generally.
And how long did it take for you to get to that stage where you sort of go, I've done a few yoga classes, and you sort of go from feeling awkward because you can't quite get a lot of the poses right, and maybe it's painful to be in a certain position for a long time, to a point where you were no longer so conscious of trying to do it right, but you were more conscious of, like you said, your breathing, a calming mental state. How long was that progression for you?
For me, maybe about 6-7 months. The first year, definitely.
That's long. Are you serious?
Yeah, the first year. I mean, at first it was just like a workout. I was just trying to get flexible, trying to get stronger.
Yeah.
But then the more I did, the more I stayed consistent, the more I started seeing different things that it was doing for me. So it stopped being just about the flexibility. Even I used to have like some breathing problems as well, asthma. And I started noticing that was actually not worrying me anymore. I didn't really have to use my inhaler. So all these different things I started noticing about the practice. So it started becoming way more than just flexibility. And the funniest thing is that even if you're still trying to get a pose, even in my 10th year, there's still some poses I still don't know how to do. But it doesn't feel like I'm competing anymore. It just feels like I'm just trying to move at my pace wherever my body is at the moment. So it's more about loving your body wherever you are, whenever you are. It's not really about getting ripped muscles or, it's not really about that. It's more about just connecting to wherever you are and staying well.
And then, of course, you also then evolved into being a trainer. What was it about yoga that made you feel like, it's not something I just want to practice, it's something that I want to share with other people?
Yeah, that part actually, it surprised me in a way, because when I started out first, I used to post on Instagram a lot to kind of like keep myself consistent. Every day I practiced, I would post what I practiced. And some people started following me and started asking me questions, started asking for tips. Because the thing about the practice is that all the information is actually online, but if you're not really like, if you don't connect with it, you won't go and look for it. So I really wanted to know what it was about. So I was searching online, I was meeting teachers online, and talking to different people that practiced it. Because back then, I didn't really have any teachers here in Lagos. So I used to try to get teachers online to talk to me, to help me educate me more about the practice. So when I did that, I brought up my own side of the practice, and I showed people on Instagram, and people saw it and like, okay, why? Can you give me tips on how to do this? So instead of being like me giving people tips online, so I didn't really plan to teach. So it just naturally progressed to that basically. And then after a while, I'm like, you know what, let's take a class together. Come on guys, let's just do a class together, let's just flow together. And then my friends would come over, we'll flow together. And then the more I did that, the more I started enjoying like how people felt after class. So it was like, oh, thank you so much, I feel so good. So who wouldn't love that? So I was like, you know what, let me give more of that.
And I know you took this to the Big Brother house, the Big Brother Niger house as well. What was the feedback? Did you find that there was, you know, a lot of people who reached out to you because all of a sudden they started understanding what yoga truly was?
Yes. I mean, there's a lot of mysticism around this. Like, oh my God, it's so like, what is yoga? It's this thing that people don't know much about. But then when you see someone just doing yoga on TV, like, okay, that's what it is. You're just moving your body, you're just breathing. It's not so complicated if you don't want it to be. So I think that helped people to see how, like, you know, it's not that serious. It's just yoga. It's just, it can be an exercise for you. It can be something that helps you connect to yourself. It can be anything you want it to be, really.
And I know there's so many different forms of yoga. Personally, I'm a Bikram yoga fan. I love, although I haven't found it any way to do it in Nigeria. But, you know, what are some of the different forms of yoga?
Well, I would say, first of all, that yoga is just, it's one. It's one yoga. So different people just like, have like, they might break it down in different way. So like Bikram now has like a routine, 26 poses that they just stick to. So in those 26 poses, Bikram figures that you can move your body in all the areas that you want to move it in, which is fine. But me, I like to keep it more open, more flexible. So I like to do different kinds of things. There's vinyasa. Vinyasa is movement with your breath. So basically when you're moving one way, you inhale. When you're moving the other way, you exhale. So it kind of keeps you like in a trance, meditative trance. It's good for you. Hatha yoga is a bit more slower. Maybe beginners would like to try that out. And there's Bikram yoga, that's hot yoga, which we can do in Nigeria because we already have the heat. You don't even need the heated rooms. Actually, there's a place that you can do Bikram yoga. I'll let you know.
Really? With in the steam room, in the heated room?
Yep, in VI here.
Really?
Yep.
You are my new BFF. You are my new BFF. Honestly, and you know, getting to the stage, you're a decade in, which is absolutely incredible. And I'm sure you've also seen the growth of yoga, not just as fitness, but as a form of wellness. You know, how much of a growth have you seen with Nigerian communities as well, in especially more from the wellness perspective? Because I think a lot of people have kind of like jumped on the bandwagon because FitFam is now really cool. But what about people who are really committed and, you know, rely on it, not just to come to a class, but maybe wake up in the morning and need to do their yoga just to center themselves for the day? Is that community growing? Yeah,
for sure. I mean, with the way the world is, everybody's stressed. So everybody's looking for ways to like distress. And now yoga is kind of popular in Lagos especially. And I've noticed that there are a few people that are teaching now, people that are teaching people to become teachers in Lagos.
Incredible.
So the more that grows, the more people are looking for students to teach. So that actually naturally grows that way. And then people are really looking for ways to distress, people are looking for ways to connect to themselves. And people are finding it in yoga because information actually now is really a lot online. And with the amount of teachers that are online posting their practice, posting their daily, what they do every day, where they teach, people feel more enticed, like, let me try out yoga. Like for me, I do about 3 classes a week and I get people to come in every class. So people do come for class.
People do come for class. And as we round up, unfortunately, we don't have the space to, you know, to do any demonstrations, but as we're sitting, I think this is a position that a lot of people spend their time in, not even because of office work, but because of traffic. A lot of people spend time, you know, in this seated position. You know, if you're on a bus or if you're in a car, you're probably cramped, you can't stretch, you can't whatever. You know, what's something that you can quite easily do if you're stuck in dirty December traffic and you're frustrated? So A, you do want to stretch your body, your upper body a little bit. B, you also just wanted like woosah your mind and just, you know, not let the bus driver who's trying to cut you off and the bike who's trying to scratch your car throw you off. What can we do?
Everything is in your breath.
Okay.
Really.
Oh, it's in the breath. Okay.
In the breath. I mean, with most things in life, when we're tense, we kind of like hold everything together and hold all our muscles. Everything is in your breath. Once you start to take deeper breaths, you just find out your body kind of relaxes.
Okay.
Even when you're sitting down and you just allow your shoulder to relax, you pull your shoulder up, back,
do a bit of a shrug.
Release it. Or you do this, relax your neck, and then take a few deep breaths. Put your hand on your belly and just allow your breathing to really deepen. The more you can slow it down, the more you realize that nothing will faze you. It's just It's just...
I'm sure going to try that because, woo, boy, me and road rage. I need to leave that WhatsApp group.
Yes. And the more you do yoga, the more you can just like, it just comes to you so easily. You don't even have to, as soon as you just think about, you know what, I'm not going to get angry, I'm just going to breathe. And the more you do it, the more you train your mind to be aware of this, the more you can do it so easily and you don't feel like that panic. And
I find that there's a technique to the breathing as well, because it's not just like, you know, breathing. So, you know, what is it? What do you recommend? You know, you inhale through the nose, a count of how many seconds?
Like you said, there's so many different ones. There are even ones that you close one nostril and then open one nostril. There's so many. If you go online and just search breathing techniques, I swear to God, you're going to find so many.
Wow.
But the ones you can do easily is just, okay, I guess 3 breaths, 3 counts in, 3 counts out. And just take your time. Don't allow the breath to be short. Make sure it goes all the way in and you feel like your belly distend and then goes all the way out and pull the belly back in. So make sure you're taking really full breaths. Okay. So take your time, count up to 3, up to 4, and then exhale the same amount of time as well.
Okay, I think we've certainly got you know, some insight into not just into yoga in Nigeria, but also into this new movement of wellness and debunking a lot of myths surrounding yoga. So I really appreciate this, Sandra. This has been incredible. So where do we find you? At Yoga Club Lagos, right? Yoga Club
Lagos, yes. I teach all around Lagos. So I teach in Ajah, I teach in Ikoyi. So if you just find me on Yoga Club Lagos, I will show you the next class.
Oh, incredible. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
I certainly need one of those as traffic is trying to...
And make sure it really goes in fully and then out fully. Take your time. There's no rush.
I feel better. I feel like I can fall asleep before I